Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Canepa Bang, and thank you to the Cascadia chapter for asking me to share my memories of Bob Burns. He was my very dear friend, and he and I would spend hours talking about the credit union movement and what we could do to make it bigger, stronger, better, and bigger. One of his passions was raising awareness of credit unions in their communities. Bob was a writer, and so Bob would write about it and he'd get published. And he actually helped us get a little bit more at the league, a little bit more aware of our responsibilities for public relations. So that's a lasting legacy. Bob was also a very generous man, personally and professionally. The turkey shoot actually combined Bob's generosity with his desire to expose the wider community to what credit unions are about, their goodness and the benefit they bring to communities. So how happy he would be to know you all are doing this and you're still doing this. In his last days, I sense that Bob was maybe a little worried about whether he'd be remembered or not. So can you imagine? So I just want to say thank you to the Cascadia chapter for giving me this opportunity to remember my good buddy, Bob Burns. Never forgotten and forever missed.
Hi, I'm Pam Leavitt. I'm a policy advisor for the Northwest Credit Union Association, and I've represented credit unions in the legislature for over 26 years. I arrived in the Oregon credit union movement in 1994, and Bob Burns was one of the first CEOs I met. I came from a congressional office and had so much to learn about credit unions. Over the years, we developed a great friendship, and I had nothing but respect for what Bob accomplished in his life and in the credit union movement. A couple of stories. In the early days, we would do just about anything for PAC funds and PAC fundraising. I convinced Bob to cut off his ponytail as a PAC fundraiser. I can't remember how much we raised, but most of the Oregon CEOs were very excited to contribute and be there for the big day when we cut off his ponytail at the conference. That's commitment. As you probably know, Bob was a true and vocal Democrat, but he was always willing to step up and advocate on behalf of credit unions. He set an example in all of the state for what he did for events and fundraisers. He even joked with me. He'd say, "Pam, are you purposely sending me to conservative events?" But he knew the importance of political advocacy, and he was always willing to say yes when we needed him. Bob was a great friend, he was a mentor and a champion, and I'm very glad that you are continuing to honor him at this event. I found this photo in my garage, and there is Bob and some of our leaders from the early days presenting something to Congressman Earl Blumenauer. But I just love that smiling face of Bob, and I will remember him fondly. So thank you all for what you're doing to honor Bob, and thanks for letting me be part of it.
I was asked to share some memories and thoughts about Bob Burns. I remember meeting Bob when I was first elected to the Mount Hood chapter board years and years ago. And after meeting him, I thought he is a force to be reckoned with. And he was. His passion for credit unions and what we stood for every day and for our communities that we serve was so infectious. It was an honor to serve with him on the board for the few years that I did get to. The turkey shoot was really brought upon the idea of throwing a premier event together, inviting our member credit unions and thanking them for their support over the year, and give them an opportunity to win a frozen turkey. Hence the turkey board, the balloons being stuck on the turkey board, darts being thrown at the balloons, and then winning a turkey if you popped a balloon. At the end of the night, Bob would get up on stage, talk about the Blanchet House, which he was so passionate about at that time. The Blanchet House was a homeless shelter for men, and Bob really did give back to that organization, and he brought that passion for the organization to the turkey shoot. He'd get up at the end of each turkey shoot, and he would ask, was anybody interested in donating their turkeys? There was a huge long line of turkeys being donated. It was so heartwarming to see. And Bob was so proud of that and to be able to say he was part of the credit union movement. Bob was the epitome of credit unions. He lived and breathed what we do every single day. And I was proud to serve on the Mountain Hood chapter board with him, if only for a short amount of time. And I'm glad to see that the chapter continues on with the tradition of the turkey shoot and honors Bob by having it in his name. Thank you.